Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Here's Purdy. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, if they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. They'll run here with Mason. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. The Vikings offense making their way out behind their former number 3 overall pick, who spent his last year as a 49er. It's Sam Darnold.
And he's still been looking for that one situation to allow all of his talents to come together.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. And it's caught by Jennings. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game, and gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder, in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late season push when we have everyone back? It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
And that one too wide and incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
Now Purdy with a throw that's caught by Samuel.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Now they run. It's Mason. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run again with Mason, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Completes it to Jennings. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the 1st with a very effective stiff arm. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now Mason. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jordan Mason.
His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Niners are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Mason. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jordan Mason, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play call...
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down. Back to throw, Purdy. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making
touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 31 yards.
And the 49ers are able to add on to that lead. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there.
A breakaway from Michael Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Up the middle they go. Mason. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the ground again, it's Mason. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. He's got Mason complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jordan Mason on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to extend their lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun. I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Purdy. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
This will be caught at Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It's still
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll see.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Purdy to throw it on first down. It returns it right back to Samuel.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Purdy looking to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
On first down, Purdy. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Back to throw. Purdy. This is Jennings. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Purdy from the gun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because
now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Mason. And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40.
2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mason. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession with Mason? And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
On 1st down, it's Mason, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
73 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Mason. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Mason. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now a give right side. It's Mason, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession, even though they were able to force the punt defensively.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff up the middle. Mason. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards that time. On 1st down, it's Mason, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the 49ers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.